Not today, baby. Sounds good, but nah, you ain't too practical.
Right.
All right, y'all ready?
Let's do it.
Do it.
All right. Happy Friday, Man Up crew. How y'all doing today?
What's
What up,
that?
brothers?
Happy MF Friday.
Yes, sir.
Man, I was kind of glad that the weather was like it was today. It was hot, but it was needed.
Oh,
Needed.
that seems to be a daily occurrence over here.
Shoot, I was at work cooking, boy.
I was at work like, nigga, what is this?
I was out at work like, hey, we're gonna get this done real quick today to get up out there. Get
Yes,
up out of
sir.
here. All right, so Matlock, what are we doing today?
We're first gonna invite everybody to smack that like button.
Pick it up, flip it, rub it down.
Oh yeah,
Smack that,
Oh, yeah.
smack that
Yeah.
like and share button.
like it
Yeah.
like that.
yeah. After you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We need the love. We appreciate the love.
Yes, sir.
But what's the topic for today, sir?
So today we have the Man Up first official power rankings, NFL power rankings after the draft.
Post draft.
So
This is
this
gonna
is
be
going to
juicy.
be interesting. You know, I think we implemented some rules that you can't choose where your team gets picked. So we'll see if somebody free falls or what, but it should be interesting.
It's gonna be pretty good. Before we get started, though, I believe we came to a consensus about the bottom 7 teams, correct?
Yes.
All right. Now, before we get going, to
Let's
get
go ahead.
everybody else in the loop,
Let's go. Yeah, let's get in the loop.
the bottom 7 teams, not in any particular order: Jacksonville, Carolina, Cincinnati, Washington, Detroit, Miami, the Giants.
So Jackson, Carolina, Sam again.
Jacksonville, Carolina, Cincinnati, Washington, Detroit, Miami, New York football. Yeah, little dudes, midgets, because they ain't no Giants. I don't care what nobody say.
Okay.
Is that a
That's the
dilly
bottom
dilly?
7.
That's the bottom
I'm
7.
good with it.
That's a dilly for me.
Dilly
That's
Who
dilly.
cares
dilly
about the
dilly.
guys?
Mhm.
Cheers to the squad.
Dilly dilly.
So, you're on the clock. Number 25.
All right. Number 25. So y'all want my whole 25 or?
We want who you have at position number 25.
Okay. Well, at 25, Chicago Bears.
Hey,
That's a
Eminem,
good
you
position
like
for
that.
the Bears. I mean, considering I don't really like them anyway, but we're doing an unbiased dealy this go around. I've got the Bears at 25.
Man, I just work with him.
I
Fuck
mean,
that nigga.
in the event that y'all decide to get biased, I did bring my black hat. The hate hat is ready to roll today.
And you know,
Good.
another thing too, they say consistency is king too. So, Bronco gang or don't bang. I got to start every episode off like that, bro. I don't care.
Let me,
Bronco gang or don't bang,
let me
baby.
took my fro. Let me
Bang.
took my fro. Do this and get the Peyton Manning fucking helmet mark here.
I have
like
Chicago
to,
25 too. D Hart and Matlock, you got anybody else at 25?
I got the Rams at 25.
Okay.
I got if I can step out controversially, I got the Chargers at 25.
Okay.
Not because, like I don't believe in Tyrod, because I do.
I think you should have your black hat on right now.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's
Because
Dude, they have one of the best defenses in the league.
Yeah,
and
well,
still came in 4th place in their division.
That's because Phillip was throwing all them goddamn interceptions. They take care of the ball.
Hey,
They're
but
a winning team.
you don't know what they're doing right now. Neither do we. We can say what
I
we know
want to
right
see
now.
Tyrod be
It
successful.
ain't 25. I know that.
I want to see Tyrod be successful. I'll leave it at that.
We
But
will
I don't see
see.
it right
We will see where they are when we get to the end of this. But immediately speaking, D Hart has them at 25. It's okay.
now. I got him at 25.
That's not very controversial. That's not very controversial. All right, Matlock, you're on the clock. Number 24.
24, man. Who do I got slated at 24? I got Chicago at 24, man. I like Chicago's defense better than I like the Rams' defense. Matt coming off that edge, and his brother just got drafted. Not drafted, but he's an undrafted free agent. So you got 2 Mac brothers on the same team, so that should be interesting.
Okay.
Mac, man. People know my name.
D Hart, who you got at
Take
24?
a quarter key to surviving my game.
I have got at 24. I've got the Bears.
The Bears.
Mr.
Mr. Washington?
At 24, I've got Arizona.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Oh,
After they done robbed for Hopkins and got all the speed over there.
Well, I mean, it all has to come together though, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Is it gonna come together or is it not?
I'm in the it's gonna come together phase when it comes to Arizona.
But is it? I mean, yeah, it's the paper game, but it all has to come together. It all has to blend together.
I mean, you got to think like they took everybody in their division. They took them to the brink. So yeah, like they lost in the end, but they battled both times with San Francisco, battled both times with Seattle, and I believe they may have split with the Rams. I gotta go check that, but I know for sure like those were some hard games, entertaining. Murray was, I mean, rookie of the year, man. But you know, that's you. You know, I'm
when it comes to my pick, can I make a trade?
No,
can I trade the Chargers for the Cardinals?
No.
Can I please trade the Chargers for the Cardinals?
No, because honestly, in the end, it may not matter.
And plus, the infamous second year slump is coming up, which Drew Lock will beat, but the infamous second year slump is coming up.
Interesting. We'll see.
Is it my pick yet?
Yep.
Yes, it is.
So we're going to go with AZ as soon as possible because as it was just revealed to me, their defensive coordinator is still Vance Joseph. So they will be.
Hey,
they will definitely be 25.
You have the wrong hat on. You have the wrong hat on to say stuff like that.
No, I do not.
Yes,
no, I do not.
Vance was a good
I have the right hat on to say that.
We've gone through it, so we understand what it is.
Then why didn't you put New England in the bottom 8? They said they had McDaniels. He blew up your franchise.
He blew that thing.
But McDaniels also.
But that was
it's a chopper.
He gave us.
McDaniels has been proven. Hold on, wait. McDaniels has been proven as an OC though, not a head coach.
Oh,
right.
What was Vance doing before he was your head coach?
He was balling at DC,
and he was the cornerbacks coach for the Miami Dolphins.
Dude, he was a DC for the Miami Dolphins, man. Come on, man. Hey, I can't allow y'all to. I know y'all didn't like him as y'all's coach, but I can't allow y'all to just throw the rug under the bus. Like it wasn't all him.
No, as a head coach, it wasn't all him. It wasn't all him. I'll admit that. I don't believe he got a fair shake.
So then
why? I'll admit he got a shitty quarterback.
Let's just say he had a shitty GM, and let's keep this pushing. All right,
Matlock, you up?
At number 22, no 23. At number 23, I have Houston.
What?
You gave it up. And I have no faith that your quarterback is happy. I bet he's extra spicy and about to turn into Jameis Winston year. I smell it. I'm throwing the ball.
Is it because Houston took a loss to the is it because they lost to Denver?
No. If you make a trade that dumb, karma should instantly follow. Instantly.
O'Brien is rather ignorant. I will say that. For Madden to decline the trade, that should tell you something right there.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know right there. Bang bang. Matlock,
Bang,
who's
bang.
three? What you got?
I got the Falcons at 23.
Ooh. Okay.
Like I don't believe in Matt Ryan. I just don't.
Okay.
He's gonna mess up Julio's career.
Let's see.
I'm gonna look back to that too in a minute, Matlock. I'm gonna look back to that.
I'm gonna put Las Vegas there.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Vegas there just because
he's putting on his black hat today, boy.
The hate is strong in this.
He's getting the division out the way.
Getting the division. That's why D Hart's my guy, though. D Hart's my guy.
Has Gruden made the playoffs as a Raider yet?
Ain't he only been there 1 year?
3 years.
3 years, bro.
And all that time, have y'all ever been? If y'all knew y'all were gonna play the Raiders, were you ever worried? Like, hey man, this is gonna be a game.
I was thinking of a GM.
When they had Khalil Mack, yes. After they got rid of Khalil Mack.
They haven't had Khalil Mack since they've had Gruden.
All right. So
that was the first move he made.
Promising some young stars, man. So y'all might want to watch out for them. I don't think they're gonna be your regular Raiders. I mean, they got some speed at receiver. Young little running back is a dog. So
who's the starting quarterback?
He could have won Rookie of the Year.
Who's the starting quarterback? The running back is dope. That's the only time I'm gonna say that this year.
You'll be back.
So unless they watch this episode, that's the only time I'm gonna say that.
Who you got
at 23? At 23, I got your boy Belichick. I got New England at 23. Why? Because they're looking at Carson Palmer and Andy Dalton. Yeah, Andy Dalton. Like, what? To be a quarterback? Stop it. Like, that's how you know you're on the razor's edge. You're looking at the Cincinnati quarterback to come to your franchise. You're on the razor's edge, and you deserve to be below the 20th spot, and that's why I got them at 23.
He might be down there and trying to keep his team down there on purpose.
Oh, is that where the film crew is at?
I'm gonna ask a question real fast.
Okay.
I'm gonna name the bottom franchises once again for us. Tell me who's gonna need a quarterback next year. Ready?
Okay.
Jacksonville.
Yep.
Carolina.
Probably.
No.
Yeah.
Didn't they get Bridgewater?
No, they got Bridgewater. They're straight.
They ain't straight. You think if Bridgewater don't come through, they getting the top pick.
Dog, Bridgewater's the reason why
It's made it that far.
They made it that far, dog.
Even though,
but when you're surrounded by talent, you probably can play a little.
Hold on, wait a minute. I thought Christian McCaffrey was the end all be all. He deserved the $64 million.
He is a dog. He is
Black
a
hat
dog.
on, so.
But is he gonna do everything his goddamn self?
He does much money they paid him, he better.
Hey,
he won about as many games as Vance Joseph did.
Put on your.
I thought Christian McCaffrey was the end all be all.
Dude, he
All
will
right.
get
Focus,
just
focus,
about everybody
refocus.
in the league in the blender.
Refocus. Back to the list. Cincinnati.
Definitely.
No, they
They
No, they got
Burrow.
Burrow. No. They're good. They're solid.
So we on
Washington.
pick.
That's an if.
We're on pick.
Washington, dude. If Washington gets the first pick, they're picking Sunshine. Period.
Sunshine.
Dude, I don't care who gets the number one pick. I don't care if they got a quarterback at all. They're gonna pick. They're picking the quarterback.
Tell you. I'm trying to tell you. I don't know why everybody's fronting like they don't want Trevor Lawrence. The dude has lost a game in his career. Like, he came out the womb and just started winning.
Detroit, Miami, and the Giants are the other three. Detroit might need a quarterback.
Miami,
Giants. It would be an easier time.
If the Giants needed a quarterback, somebody's getting fired.
Yes. He might get fired anyway, but that's not the point.
No. They'll give him another 2 years.
I just look forward to them firing their
in the
offensive
history of
coordinator.
Hill Valley produced a live quarterback. I'll just put it out there.
All right, Zoe. You're on the clock, number 22.
22. This is where my hate hat comes in. I got the Chargers at 22.
That's not really
Only because the Chargers, I thought they were going to go with Tyrod, dude. I thought they were going to let Tyrod get a shot at the helm. He took Buffalo to the playoffs first time in what was that, 17 years or something like?
No.
I mean,
no. There were kids that made it through high school from birth.
Was it 20 years? Okay. I think, man, I don't know if I think Tyrod could go any way, any day. You know what I mean? He's a solid player, but will he also probably give you 5 interceptions in a game? Probably. Will he give you 5 touchdowns in a game? Probably. I don't know. Tyrod can go either way any day. I mean, he's scared to punch it down the field, but on the same note, who knows? But when they picked Herbert, I think that was his last name, Herbert, that told me that they're not solid on Tyrod. So when you got that kind of controversy, you don't really know where the franchise is going. So the Chargers fell when they picked that quarterback for me because you got a rookie quarterback coming in. You don't know where he's going to be. You don't know what's what.
He's in the same position y'all were with Drew Lock. You have this bum, and you don't want your rookie to start, so you have to try to get this guy to get your team functional.
But the thing is, but we knew why we brought Flacco in. We knew Flacco was just a filler. I thought they were actually going to go with Tyrod and let Tyrod get a shot at it for a year at least.
Nobody believes Tyrod is a starting quarterback.
Nobody does.
Tyrod is he's a Band-Aid.
Okay.
He's a Band-Aid. So could he get the Chargers to a winning record come week 8 or 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Is it gonna be pretty? Some days. But he plays a safe kind of football. Like
but that's why I said Tyrod could go either way any day. You know what I mean?
I've never
if he starts pushing it downfield, he might throw interceptions, but he's a safe quarterback. So you never really know what you're getting.
He's more likely to fumble than he is to throw interception. He doesn't really throw that many INTs.
Interceptions, turnovers.
He's safe with the ball. But to me, a turnover is freaking needing 12 yards and checking it down to 3. Like, to me, that's a freaking turnover. You know what I mean? So, like, Tyrod might do that, and he may piss a lot of people off.
Facts. Who you got 22, Matlock?
22?
Yes, sir.
I got the Cardinals at 22.
Ouch.
Okay. Well, not too much higher than I had them, fool.
Hey,
I have 15, so right now y'all are ouch.
Who, the
I
You got him
Cowboys?
at what?
15.
What?
You got
Who you
Hopkins.
got who at where?
I got the Cardinals at 15.
I mean, you got to think he put the Texans at the bottom of the map. Like,
How
I mean,
you got the Texans at the bottom and the Cardinals towards the top? Let me guess,
Because-
you got the Buccaneers at number 1 too, right?
No, who gave who the Brinks truck? The
Oh,
sad
what?
part is, if Hopkins was on Houston, they'd be at 15. Now Arizona's is a fringe playoff team. D-Hart,
You
you
got
got
the,
at 22.
you got the Buccaneers at number 1, don't you?
No.
GG.
No,
You
no,
said 22?
but they are in the top 5.
I got ATL at 22.
ATL at 22. Okay. All right, whose pick is it? Somebody find question.
Mellock.
Not
I'll
like.
go at 21. I got the Chargers at 21.
Okay.
Even though
Okay.
I if Tyrod can do his thing, I could see them going like 9-7.
That's a big if.
Okay.
Yard?
21?
You got a 21.
I'm gonna have to put Houston there.
Hey.
I have
Okay.
to put Houston there. And for one simple reason, and I know this is kind of ugly to say, but it is what it is. But JJ can't stay healthy.
And you lost Clowney, which was his backup.
Right.
Conley been gone for a year.
It's okay. It still hurts when he left.
Healthy.
Zoe, 21.
21. I've got the Cleveland Browns, 21.
I like the hate. Makes me happy.
I'm not, I don't know, man. I'm not solid on Baker Mayfield. He opened his mouth up after that solid premier season.
I can
And
dig.
what's he done?
Minnesota Vikings.
On paper, Cleveland had like the best team, dude, like ever. You had that team on Madden, you was sure to smash.
Hold on, did you just pick Minnesota?
Minnesota, 21.
You fuck. What the
Who
heck?
picked Minnesota?
I did.
Like,
What?
How far are they removed from whooping y'all's ass? Like they only trade.
What did y'all give them for Stephon Diggs?
We gave them a first round pick, and we
they
gave
do
them a
with it?
couple picks.
Dude,
What they do with
They
it?
What
went.
did he
They
do with
went and drafted a
Stephon Diggs?
receiver.
What's his
hold on a
name?
minute. What did
Jefferson.
Kirk Cousins do with Stephon Diggs?
Through to
Went
him.
to the playoffs.
A lot.
And did what?
Everybody freaking lost, but one team. You can say that about everybody.
Dude, the reason why Stephon Diggs got traded is because he saw the fucking train wreck that is Kirk Cousins before we all did.
Shoot. Oh, wait. No. I saw it first.
Shit.
Black hats on. Black hats on.
This is
Think about it.
No.
He went to
stupid.
Buffalo.
This is
He
just
couldn't
not
win
stupid.
anywhere. Do you think Stephon Diggs couldn't have went anywhere? Everybody would have traded for Stephon. And he was like, I want to go to Buffalo because I would rather be in a cold, dark pit of fucking misery than out here with you bitch-ass motherfuckers and this blue-eyed, cockamamie nobody fucking quarterback. And that's why
He may very well have felt like that. But at 21, no. Like
Hey,
that's
I mean, in the words of Matlock, I'll just go chill over there in Canada, then I'll come back across the border.
God. Hey man.
Hey.
Dude, after that, like I know this is about like it's getting towards the bottom. It's gonna be like you're gonna have some people that don't even deserve to be in the top 15 with the way you're picking right now. But let's go.
I only have one team that probably doesn't belong in the top 15.
Hey.
One. But I put my black hat on first. You saw I was about to hate.
Yeah, but
This is public knowledge right here, baby. Let's do
are you
this.
hating because they whooped y'all's ass?
Nope. I'm hating because
That's
Because that's
I'm
your
hating
fault. It wasn't
I
their
know
fault.
what Kirk Cousins is. Just because
what it
y'all
sounds
want to
like
give
to
him
me.
extra credit,
Dallas.
I'm not.
What was he? What was he when he played y'all?
Which time?
You like that? You like that?
That's
what he was
exactly
when he
how he
played.
was.
Versus Dallas. All right,
So
number 20. D Hart.
At number 20. Yeah, I got the Rams.
Ooh.
Hey.
Like, don't get me wrong. Aaron Donald is definitely the most talented defender in the league, but
He's up there.
Jared Goff.
Is Kirk
You know
Cousins?
who
Fell
he
off.
is?
His name needs to be Jared Off because he fell off.
What movie was that shit? I think it was Draft Day, where Kevin Costner was drafted for the Cleveland Browns. You know, they had to make it about the Browns because they ain't never gonna win nothing.
Yeah,
But he was watching the quarterback, and the thing he noticed was when he was by himself and everything was good, he could make throws like it was nothing. But the minute you put that little bit of pressure on him, that was it. And that's who he reminds me of, man.
I think
Like, he runs a
got locked up.
beautiful pick and roll. Look, pick and roll. I'm thinking who? He runs a beautiful fucking boot. He runs, it's beautiful. He goes out and he looks great when he does it. And then if he even senses that somebody saw him do it, that motherfucker is completely off. Like, for real.
Jared
It's the weirdest thing I've
Off.
ever seen. It's the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life.
So where are we at? 20 right now?
we are at number 20. Zoe, who you got at 20?
I got them Rams, baby. That's who I got at 20, man. Me and D Hart's on the same page on that one.
Hello.
I got the Browns at 20.
Okay. See, we're not too far off. Where did that Minnesota pick come from, Jeezy?
Like,
Like,
man, that's a pick later.
Minnesota,
explain.
like
In
that's
the
just,
end, there's something that's going to determine what all of us think anyway. So it doesn't really matter if I hate it or not. It's okay.
Hey, the truth is, everybody is putting the Browns where they are right now, not because they don't have the talent, because defensively, even with Myles Garrett doing what he did, Cleveland was nasty defensively last year. They were
until
nasty.
Myles Garrett left.
But the fact is, we all know that at the end of the day, it's Cleveland. Yo, what'd he say? What'd he say? You like Cleveland? You think it's cool? I mean, I ain't never heard nobody say I'm going to Cleveland on vacation.
What world is Cleveland better than Minnesota? Okay, whatever. Let's go. Let's go.
You're up, Jeezy. Who you got at 20?
At 20, I got Atlanta.
Who?
Atlanta.
Atlanta?
Yeah.
Okay.
Meh. That's my answer.
Man.
Number 19. Zoe, you're on the clock.
LVR. The Raiders.
A lot.
You know, I'm gonna have to go with the Raiders. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going with the Colts. I'm going with the Colts. Like, I don't know what – I mean, if Phillip was turning the ball over in San Diego with them receivers, then he's going to turn the ball over. And, well –
He didn't have
I don't know,
that
man.
O-line.
Indy got a
Matlock.
line, though. Indy got a line. But
listen to me, Matlock. Sometimes what you need is a change of venue, man.
Right.
They picked up Michael Pittman Jr. Sometimes you just need a change of venue. You know what I mean?
well, until I see it on paper – well, it's already on paper.
Hey,
Until I see it on video, I'm rolling with the Colts.
right now,
Okay.
we're even for Minnesota. D-Hart.
No, we're not.
Oh, yes, we are.
No, we're not.
Oh,
That's where I'm putting Minnesota. That's where I got Minnesota.
Minnesota at 19. Ouch. Matlock, number 18.
18, I'm going to go with the Raiders.
Okay.
I think they got a lot of up-and-coming talent up there, man. Especially, like, if you watched them on Hard Knocks last year, like, they were a fun team to watch on Knocks. Without AB, they were a fun team to watch.
Okay. D-Hart?
I'm going New England.
New England at 18.
Only because I have a conspiracy theory that he's about to suck it up for Sunshine.
I have
I
no
think he's
disagreement
sucking it up for
with your
Sunshine.
entire theory. I agree
So
with
he
you.
can do his Kylo Ren fucking what's her name? Last Jedi shit and become the evil empire for another fucking couple seasons.
Huh? Zoe, who you got?
ATL, shawty.
ATL Shody at 18.
Peace up, A-Town down.
All right. I also have the Patriots at 18. D Hart,
Okay.
on the clock, number 17.
All right. Here's where it starts to get a little funky.
Yeah.
Here's where it starts to get a little funky. Because if you've noticed, I haven't put Cleveland on the board yet. So to prevent war, the galaxy is on Orion's belt. So I'm going to pick Cleveland.
Zoe,
makes sense.
17.
17. This is where H-Town comes in.
Okay.
Houston, Texas, baby.
All right.
They got the quarterback, man. What?
They do got my nigga.
They do, but
He's not happy. He ain't
top
happy.
15. Does Houston make top 15 though?
And he may not be there
mean,
by the end of the season.
Don't get me wrong. Denver came in and showed up and showed out on them.
They lost Hopkins. I mean, they picked up two receivers. I mean, they ain't Hopkins, but they picked up two guys that can play. They picked up your boy that was in Cobb. They picked up Cobb, and they got my brother, the concussed brother, Cooks. Like, if they could keep him from being concussed,
hey,
Cooks have either one of them finish the season.
Hey, I'm gonna say this, and
if they start the season healthy, especially with then they got Kenny Stills, and then what was the fast kid's name? Fuller, dude, they might have the fastest receiving core in the league.
None of them play 16 games. None of them.
I'm gonna just say this.
As a unit, they'll get through it. Like, you can't teach speed. Like, that's why I don't know what the heck y'all doing down there at freaking 8.
The Broncos
21
decided to trade for Deshaun Watson right now. I would be all in.
I would understand and agree with you. Matt Locke,
just throw it out there.
Who you got at 17?
I am going to pick the Patriots. Even though I still think it's their division to lose.
Whoa! What?
I think it's still like they
All
won it so many times in a row, dude. Like, I don't believe they'll lose it until they actually lose it. So I'm going with New England at that pick.
But Chris, you gotta believe, bro. You gotta believe.
Did I hear you right? You still think it's New England's division to lose?
Out of respect.
Don't let him tell that lie for real with a straight face.
Out of respect.
Dude,
don't let him tell that.
Is this because of the Isaiah Thomas and the fucking Jordan shit?
Yep.
Yep. Hey, man. When Big Brother's been whooping your ass for 20 goddamn years, like, you gotta go knock his ass out before you can say
I didn't see.
It's yours.
Hey, okay.
With number 17.
That's nice, brother. That's nice.
With number 17.
Who you got, bro?
Jermel Redwine selects the Denver Broncos.
Hey, you know what? That's a legitimate call. It's a legitimate call.
So you said I can take my black hat off and say it with a straight face?
Yeah, that's a legitimate call.
All right, we're back in the game.
That is a legitimate call. Considering where we ended the season off and you got us in the top 20, that's a legitimate call.
I know I should have put y'all at 26.
I'm glad.
I almost picked them just a second ago, but I was
Come on, brother. We could have had us a consensus.
But Matlock paid attention to all that firepower we added. Matlock he's a smart. You smart.
He's thinking about playing Madden again.
That's
smart.
And
If I got
eventually
stuck
the
with him,
NFL 2K.
eh,
If I got stuck with him on Madden, I think I'd be just fine.
Hey,
all right, Matlock.
imagine how you're going to feel about him when it's NFL 2K.
Ouch. Matlock, number 16.
At number 16, I have the Broncos. Yep. I got the
D-Hart?
Broncos at 16. But now you can pick your team since somebody else picked your team. Just go ahead and pick them. Do it.
You know what?
Do it.
The scary part is there's a couple teams that y'all glossed over that's kind of hurting my feelings right now.
16 is where I put Indy. 16 is where I put Indy. And I put Indy at 16 because I like the path that y'all were on about Phillip Rivers and a change of venue, but for the different reason. And that is because Philadelphia's Super Bowl, the reason why Carson Wentz and Nick Foles performed as well as they did was because of Frank Reich. And Jacoby Brissett pulled out some games last year for no other reason than because of the coaching calls. And I'm not taking anything away from Brissett. He made some great plays. But I got to tell you, Frank Reich has proven he's a hell of a fucking coach.
So the Broncos are better than the Colts?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying that.
All right.
And I'll explain that when I put them where I put them. But I'm talking about bitch-ass Indy right now. And like I say, because they improved that offensive line and because they have Frank, Phillip's gonna shine, man. He's gonna be all right. But that's where I got him.
No?
Now, mind you, me and D-Hart we didn't talk on this one because I've got Indy at the same spot, and all because different reasons. You're bringing in a new quarterback, like he's got to get acclimated. I mean, Phillip Rivers is not a Peyton Manning. Phillip Rivers is not Peyton Manning. All you gotta do is add water. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Add water and Peyton Manning have your shit going.
Almost like he won Super Bowl 50 or something.
Yeah, like it's Super Bowl 50 or something. You know, I mean, Phillip Rivers. Don't get me wrong, because I'm gonna say this once and I'll never say it again. At one point, I did want Phillip to come to Denver. Okay,
sure did.
I'll say it once. I won't say it again. But Phillip Rivers is not a Peyton Manning. Let's get that established. He is a hell of a quarterback. He's a dynamic quarterback. But I think it's gonna take possibly 4, 5, 6 games to get him acclimated in. I don't think it's going to take a whole season to get Phillip acclimated, but I will think it's going to take about 4 or 5 games to get him acclimated.
Hey, man, if they keep that man standing straight up, not moving his feet, he is going to slice and dice.
Right.
But we'll see, though. We'll see.
But that's why I got him where I got him.
I got you.
I'm going to ask a simple question.
Yes.
As I'm looking at the spreadsheet, y'all have completely ignored the Jets.
The Jets. I know.
I
said that too. And
I thought the Jets were in the bottom 7.
Y'all are telling me that based on y'all three combined, the Jets are a top 15 team.
No.
This is what I'll do right now. I'm going to go ahead and scratch that. I'll scratch the Jets. They'll go to the bottom 7, and then we'll pull the Giants out.
No,
shit.
Yeah.
Nope.
Hey,
you
can put.
No, he won't.
I'll tell you what.
No, he won't.
I'll pull the Giants out. Like the Giants.
Put the Jets there for me. You can put the Jets right where they are right now for me. Because we're coming up on the last little funny fun. Because we're going to start getting interessante.
You know what?
I have the Jets
between the Jets and the Packers right now. to be honest with you, it's a fight between the Jets and the Packers right now. So we can put the Jets there.
I got
I
the
can
Jets
put
at
the
like
Jets there,
26,
but
dude.
it's going to be Jets, Packers, give or take.
Matlock and Zoe, would you like to put the Jets at 15 so we can get them off the board?
You know what? Yep, because that moves Denver up higher. Yeah,
Matlock.
baby.
I
Hey,
I have Arizona at 15 on mines, but we'll keep on going. Number 14, who's up? Go ahead and take it, Zoe.
I got Denver, baby. I got Denver.
14.
Because Denver added that firepower. Drew has 5 starts, 4 wins. I mean, I'm banking on the young soldier to really be successful in the league, man. The deck was stacked against him last year. They saying he didn't know how to do the virtual reality bullshit, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? So he come in, he win 4 out of 5 games, even though you said they were whack games, and then everybody was glossing him over. That's fine. It's still a win. It's still a win. But yeah, I got Denver there, and with the firepower around him, if he doesn't succeed, then we'll know he's not the one.
Oh, Zoe, there's
Yes.
a particular statement that you like to use regularly, which is there's tape on
Second
it,
year
right?
slump. Yeah.
No. That's Matlock's phrase. Yours is there's tape on them now, right?
There is tape on him.
Okay, we'll get back to that at some later on part of this offseason.
There's tape on him. Is there enough tape on him? Is the question.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the question.
It usually takes about a good 6 games to kind of figure it all out.
Well, he's only got 5 in, so.
I know. Hey, you don't need but about. I mean, you don't need but about what the sample size he gave you.
Right.
You just gotta watch now.
You'll know tendencies. Now he's gonna rework some of those tendencies.
Yeah. You don't need too many games to pick those up.
Yeah, I still say about the end of September, you'll know everything that you need to know. 4 more games.
Yeah.
I
Right.
wouldn't go that far. Like
Matlock?
everything you need to know. Like he's
You
gonna
have
have
tendencies.
You know enough.
he's gonna go through some trying times.
Yeah,
And-
but you
Right.
still have tendencies no matter
The
what
reason
happens.
he's gonna go through trying
You have
times
tendencies.
because you know enough to beat him.
As
Matlock.
long as he doesn't do that Jay Cutler tendency, you know how Jay Cutler used to just look for Marshall every damn play. Like, come on, dude. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I got Houston coming in at where we at 14?
14.
Yeah, I got Houston coming in at 14.
Okay. D-Hart?
Jets, Green Bay, which was whatever trade out that was, man. Next one is Philly.
Okay.
Philly at 14. I like it. I don't even have to put my hat on for it. Makes me happy. I have Cleveland at 14. Matlock, 13.
13, I got Philly. I got Philly at 13. Just because they got a bunch of new toys on offense, but I think you got to kind of get in the game to kind of figure it out.
All right.
I got Steelers.
Pittsburgh
I
at
don't
14. Interesting. This is getting juicy over here. Wait, where are we at? We're at 14 right now?
Yeah, it's on you, G.
Yeah.
I have
I thought we were at
Cleveland.
13.
I have Cleveland at 14. I have 2 14s for Zoe right now. I messed up somewhere.
I told you about Cleveland. I know I wasn't the only one thinking straight about Cleveland. Thank you for confirming that, Jamel. I appreciate that.
Normally you and Jeezy is not on the same page, man. I'm just saying. You and Jeezy are usually polar opposite.
No, Matlock and D-Hart are polar opposite.
All the time.
When it comes to this shit, yeah.
He spells
like-
his name with a K.
It's like they hate the
That's
fact that
what I
both their name is Chris.
That's what the fuck I do.
I'm the real Chris.
Proud
No,
of
you ain't. I'm the real Chris.
Will the real Chris please stand up?
All right. Wow. D-Hart, give me pick number 13.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Pittsburgh at 13.
And
So,
it's not because it's disrespect to Ben. or anything like that. It's just because they're going to have to get re-familiar.
Bruh.
Whenever you come back off of an injury, even when Brady came back off of an injury, it was a tough season. When Peyton came back off of an injury, it was a tough season. So, yeah, it's going to be a tough season.
Bruh. Have y'all seen that defense?
Mm-hmm.
We've seen tremendous – dude, they have a top 5 defense.
Right.
And they'll have a decent offense with Ben back. Like –
Oh, they got Minka.
Dude, this – like, they're a top 10 team. I
They
don't know
made the
what
playoffs last year, right?
Top 10? No, sir. No,
They made
sir.
the playoffs last year, right?
They made the playoffs without Ben playing defense.
They did? They made the playoffs last year?
No, well, they would have made the playoffs. My bad.
Oh, would have. Okay. So, would have made the playoffs last year. How about the year before?
They missed it out by 1 game.
Yeah, well. So, fuck Pittsburgh. That's where they at next. Good day, sir.
Just for the record.
Good day, sir.
Just for the record. Just for the
Are they
record.
gonna be-
You lose.
Right
Good
now,
day, sir.
right now, anybody that's in the top 14, you're basically saying that they're a playoff team. Since we have
That's
7
what I'm
East conference
saying.
going.
Well, then, let me move Denver up then.
Too late.
I ain't said nothing yet. That's why I ain't said nothing yet. So, let's keep talking.
All
Let
right,
me move
so
Denver up there.
we have Pittsburgh at 13 for D Hart.
Mm-hmm.
I got
Oh.
Philly at 13.
Philly at 13 for Zoe. Matlock.
Even though, man, I'm still not a believer in Carson Wentz. He just doesn't do it for me, man. Like, he's a good QB. He had that hell of a stellar year, and he even knocked y'all out the playoffs last year. I just don't believe in that dude.
And he
I honestly
doesn't-
believe in Dak more than I believe in Carson, which is saying a lot, dude. So hey, are we taking the fan hat off or not?
If Carson's in the game playing, then I believe him. But if he ain't in the game, then
I believe in Dak more than I believe in Carson. That's the first and the last time I'm gonna say that.
Carson is nasty. I love Carson Wentz. Carson is a cerebral fucking assassin without question. When he's healthy.
I will say this about Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is lucky to be in the system that he is currently in. Otherwise, he would be Jared Goff.
dude,
Oops.
put your other hat on.
Matlock, who did you have at 13?
Seattle.
Whoa!
Ouch.
Wow!
I mean, I understand because I have them at 12.
If you think
They
about it,
don't have
Wow!
Davian. I know.
If Arizona gets their stuff together.
Wait a minute. Seattle was top of the NFC at one point in time, and now they're out of the top 10?
Did they make the playoffs?
Yes.
I think they did. Make the
Yes. They're
I'm a
out of the
killer,
top 10?
I'm a killer, Nick. Yes.
Yes.
Out of the
Yes.
top 10.
Yes. What are you, Nick?
I just honestly like Russell has to do too much, and once the run game goes down, it's over. And like I said, potentially Arizona could move up and be the second best team in that dang division.
Hey,
So-
Zoe.
Wait.
Zoe, Seattle was that last week 17 game away from being the number 2 seed in the NFC. San Fran would not have had that bye if Seattle wins that game. I have Green Bay.
Seattle, hold on, man. Going into like week 13, Seattle was like number 1 in the NFC, bro. So what are you talking about?
Dude, like,
No.
this is
No, it
Russell
wasn't.
Wilson. with
Yes,
his-
they were, dude.
The
It was
49ers had a stranglehold on the top seed.
No.
No.
They got
It was
dog walked
49ers
by
and
Seattle.
Saints.
they got dog walked by Seattle, bro.
They didn't have a
Because-
bye until week 17 after the win. That means
Because-
Seattle
no.
walked them.
Matlock.
But what did
Matlock.
they name somebody they picked up?
Seattle,
I'll wait.
Sierra.
Waiting forever for this one.
I'll wait.
Hey,
Free
I
agency.
don't know.
How did they get better? Name somebody. I'm waiting.
Is that a good
Handed by
thing or a
CD
bad
Lamb
thing
and
that
wearing
we don't know
88,
that?
so I can't answer.
So at the end of the season, none of their running backs were healthy.
They're
And
healthy
they were
now
still top of the NFC.
in rushing.
No, they're not at the dude. They got hurt the last couple games and they was struggling.
They got Marshawn back in.
Name,
Russell Wilson.
name a draft pick.
Honestly,
Free agent.
Hey.
I know Sierra and Russell Wilson having a boy.
Okay then. Number
Hey, me too.
Number
That's
12.
Russell
Number
Wilson
12.
is winning.
I'm trying to
I mean, I don't know how it's crazy. I still have them in the playoffs.
You still have him in the playoffs.
winning.
I can't knock it. I can't knock it. I'm
Playoffs
not
as
gonna
a
argue
wild
it.
card.
He got a contract. He got multiple kids with Sierra, and she getting ready to drop another boy.
I just got them
That
as
motherfucker
I got
is
them
the
as that
literal
second wild
epitome
card
of a
team.
winner.
Winning. I'm just gonna
Well,
say that I have Green Bay
Winning.
there. I have Green Bay at 13. I have Seattle at 12. So I can't really argue with putting Seattle there.
Well, my next one is Tennessee.
Ooh.
I got Minnesota.
Look, I like Ryan Tannehill and all, but we just got Jarrell Casey, and I think they're in the words of George Bush, they're misunderestimating the value of Jarrell Casey. And I like Ryan Tannehill. I do. I really do.
I
But
think
anytime he's had to start the season, ain't gone good.
that
If
Jarrell
you had
Casey-
Ryan Tannehill and Ryan Fitzpatrick rather on the same team, and you let Ryan Fitzpatrick start the season and Ryan Tannehill end the season, you just might get to the Super Bowl. Because Ryan Fitzpatrick will start you off 4-1, 5-0, 3-2.
that's Mr. September, baby.
Right. That nigga, he is bad to the bone. But Tannehill, if you can get him out of training camp and he survives the first 3-4 weeks, and you put him in about week 5, week 6 after everybody's taken their injuries and done their thing, he's going to stand tall for you.
Just a little bit better than Tyrod. That's it. Period.
Well, according to this, he's
Dude, he
not many picks
freaking
better
threw
than
like
Tyrod.
less than 100 yards and won a game.
Who you got at 12, though?
I got Minnesota at 12.
Oh, I got you. I already got you down. Matlock, 12.
I got Tennessee at 12.
I
How
have
you
Seattle
got
at
Tennessee
12.
above Seattle, bro?
Ouch.
Dude,
That's
Tennessee,
disrespectful, my guy.
Tennessee,
Does Madden even have Tennessee above Seattle?
I'm so disrespectful.
what does Tennessee do?
Does Madden have Seattle above Tennessee?
Who has the better run game, Tennessee or Seattle?
Who has the better quarterback game?
They have the better. Who has the better receivers?
Who has the better quarterback game?
I'd probably take Seattle's receivers.
As a core?
DK Metcalf is there two, and he
You better
turned into a
go.
dog.
Ooh.
Hey, go check those young boys out over there in Tennessee.
I mean,
Go
if
check
they're
those
not
young
running,
boys out.
check out what happened when they weren't running the ball.
And then the tight end, and then what's the tight end's name? He went crazy, and did he win me fantasy twice?
Hey,
Did he
let me
go
tell you how
crazy
much
against
of a-
Denver? Did he go
Right.
crazy? Did he go crazy against
wait,
Denver?
let me tell you how much of a leader Russell Wilson is. Remember, it was just a short time ago that he was sitting there he was talking Sierra into having a baby. Because she was sitting there like, no, I don't want to have another one. He's like, you know what I want, baby. And between that video and now, the gender release party, he motivated her to do that. Go Russell Wilson, man. I don't care what receiver. We're his 3 receivers. Dude, we got a chance at the playoffs.
Russell Wilson to have my grandma out there running post routes, bro.
Running routes.
He'll get you in the
Dude.
playoffs for sure.
We're going to
Russell's
we're
a winner.
Russell Wilson's
Russell's a winner.
receivers. We're going to the playoffs right now.
Matlock,
Right now.
who you got at 11?
The Packers.
Packers.
Mm,
Even though they didn't get Rodgers no help, I
none.
still think they
None.
They still.
I think Rogers is planning his exit stage left. I think he's out of there.
I don't think he finishes his career as a Packer, but
No.
I think
he
he
does not.
finishes
Is
20.
Brett Favre?
doesn't.
He finishes 2020 as a Packer.
Listen,
Does
if
he?
Brett Favre wasn't able to finish his career as a Packer,
Yeah,
Aaron
that
Rodgers
makes sense.
definitely ain't.
D Hard, 11.
I'm gonna pick the New Orleans Saints.
Ooh,
What?
wow.
I'm gonna pick the New Orleans
Hey,
Saints.
D Hard, you know I see your list, right?
Can you mute that dude?
And I'm telling you because
Mute him.
as much as I love Sean Payton and Drew Brees, and I love the way that they play down there, you have never said, man, the New Orleans Saints defense is the shit.
D-Hart,
Alley
put your other hat back on, bro. D-Hart, put your other hat back on, bro. You're my guy,
So D Hard,
but you gotta put your other hat back on.
Denver is a better team than the Saints.
Asked and answered.
Okay. Zoe, number 11.
He do realize they got screwed out of the number 1 seed last year, right?
Asked and answered. So who you got, man?
Still,
Packers. I got Packers there because, I mean, you. I don't know. Is Aaron Rodgers feeling stable coming into this season? I mean, you don't know. I don't know. We got to see what they're gonna do, man. A lot of times when you start doing that quarterback controversy, a lot of things start going downhill. So,
dude,
I don't know. I got Packers there.
That kryptonite. Yeah, that's what he's smoking over there.
Goddamn right.
I got Philly at 11. I'm lost for words over here. I got Pittsburgh at 10. Zoe.
Tennessee.
Tennessee at 10.
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Matlock, 10.
I got Pitt.
Wow.
D Hart
You got a lot of faith.
At 10,
At 10.
at 10.
I got Denver.
Hey, Zoe, I thought you used to be a defensive guy. Like, unless you just changed. Like,
Where have I got my Denver Broncos at?
got your Denver Broncos hat on, y'all done picked a few toys and you forgot
Where do I got my Denver Bronco hat at?
Hey, I'm still a defensive guy.
And where's Denver at on my list?
You need to put the black one on right now.
Where's Denver at on my list? 10?
That part.
Yeah.
You
And
can't
let's talk about why.
Let's
Now,
not.
since everybody wants to sit here and talk all this shit, the benefit I have is that you motherfuckers love to tout how much you watch football. Every one of you had a nerve to tell me in any sort of form or fashion, watch football. We watch football. I watch football. I'm a football watcher. I watch football. So go ahead and tell me about the 4 games that we lost by a field goal on some bullshit ass penalties and some nonsensical fucking calls that wasn't shit, and tell me that we weren't an 11-5 team outside of them calls. And if you can do that, and you can honestly not make a justification for it,
when you make mistakes and have penalties late in quarters, what does that have to do with?
You're talking about penalties on both sides of the guy.
So what does it have to do with, DR?
And you're talking about losing games by 3 points.
What does it have to do with? It has to do with discipline.
Absolutely.
It has to do with being prepared.
And it has to do with bullshit ass fucking calls. Don't sit there and tell me that them defensive calls that put teams in the field goal position at the end of the game for at least 2 out of them 4 games.
If you're not solid
ass calls,
in your technique, you will get a PI call. Period.
Okay. Sounds good. Tell that to New Orleans. Tell that to New Orleans.
I don't even fathom how you can have New Orleans.
Talk to New Orleans.
Denver better
Tell
than
them about how they feel about penalties and the officials.
They got screwed
you tell
over
me
last
about
year.
if Bowles and somebody. Because don't get me wrong, I'm happy we didn't pick his option up. But if you want to talk about officiating,
but the difference between New Orleans, they'll take their penalties and they'll still go be a number 1, 2 seed. Like y'all take those penalties and y'all are a losing team. And don't tell me you wasn't getting penalties in Buffalo. That wasn't close.
Penalties in Buffalo.
So how the heck y'all better than New Orleans?
I just
right now.
Why?
Why? Like, please tell me how are y'all better than New Orleans?
I just explained. What was New Orleans' record last year?
That they earned?
Yeah. What was their record last year?
They probably won 11, 12 games.
So if I'm arguing for 11, 12 games, then yeah, that makes them better than.
But you didn't earn it. Like you're arguing for something
Denver
that
at
you
10,
didn't earn.
asked and answered.
Final answer. You didn't even have to phone a friend on that one.
Y'all earned everything y'all got last year. You earned it.
Earned that Super Bowl too.
So be accountable.
I'm accountable.
You're not being accountable.
7-9 record.
That's why you're going to be 7-9 again, because you're not accountable.
I just said we earned our 7-9 record. We had penalties. We fucked it off. I just also made the argument for why we were 11-5 and why I have the Denver Broncos at 10. Asked and answered.
Dude.
Hey.
I should have put them at like 19.
Go ahead.
Yes, you should have.
Jeezy.
I'm over here speechless right now. I
already
said I had Pittsburgh at 10. At 9, I have Tennessee. Matlock, number 9.
I have, because I think I used Green Bay already. I got Dallas at 9.
I can't argue with that.
Hey, man.
DR?
Hold on, man. Don't just cut me off just because you don't like where I put your team.
You're still stuck on the last pick. This has nothing to do with your pick. I never got past the last one.
But the reason why I have Dallas there is because there's just a lot going on right now. And Zeke not getting his contract, I think that's going to spoil over into the season, even though he's been a constant pro his entire career.
Zeke already got $90 million. You kind of blew it.
So with that being said, though, I see Dallas making the playoffs next year. It's just going to be a toss-up who's going to win the division.
I'm still lost with Denver being 11-5.
I got Seattle there.
Seattle at 9. Zoe?
I got Seattle at 9, man. And I'm going to be honest with you. It was a toss-up between Dallas and Seattle there. And the only reason I give Dallas the edge is because of that young boy, CeeDee Lamb. And the only reason I didn't want to give Dallas the edge was because of 3 words, 8 and 8. But
and then too, Dallas, we gotta, you got that defense, man. We gotta see what's gonna be on that back half of that defense, how they gonna come together and play. So I got Seattle, and then Dallas. You can go ahead and count that.
Seattle and Dallas. Matlock. Well, we got 9s. We're on 8s. I need 8s for Matlock and D-Hart.
I got Minnesota at 8.
Okay. D-Hart?
Well, it's going to seem a little controversial, but I have the 49ers at 8.
Woo! Wow!
49ers at
8. Nigga, who? Okay, please explain. I'm looking right at my
got tape on Jimmy Garoppolo. And you know what? Just like Matt Ryan, hit me right here, Jake. Hit me. You can't do it. Did you watch the same Super Bowl I did? Did you watch the same Super Bowl I did?
I did.
Can you go ahead and tell me? Go ahead and find the disparity between Matt Ryan and Jimmy Garoppolo.
All right. Moving on to number 7. I have Dallas. Number 7. Zoe.
Number 7, I just told you my number 7. I told you.
No, you give me 8.
Did I give you 8? Because
Yeah,
it
I
was
got you 8.
Seattle and it was Dallas and then Seattle, right?
Yeah, that was 9 and 8. I don't have your 7.
Okay. Buffalo Bills, baby.
At 7,
Clock. 7.
Yeah.
you know,
Argue and tell me it's not
7,
legitimate.
I got at 7.
Argue and tell me it's not legitimate, Malak.
I mean, I don't think there's really a huge difference between 5, 6, and 7 in these power rankings. So if you have us at 7 and I have us at 6, then it really doesn't make a difference.
Okay.
But I'm going to go with the Saints at 7.
Wow. You got the Saints ranked that low?
I just
And you're
I don't
just
think
arguing with D Hart?
I don't think they're better than Buffalo. So it's either, to me, it was either put
Malak,
Buffalo at 7 or put the
Where's
Saints at 7.
your black hat, Malak? Because you put your black hat on before you say that type of
No,
bullshit.
because I think the top 4 or 5 teams in the league is cut and dry and clear. Like there's these other picks that we're picking now. Yeah, there's some opinion in there, but the top 4 teams, it's cut and dry. Period.
D Hart, number 7.
He's running out of
How many
teams.
teams are that cut and dry?
He's gonna have to pull some people up.
Let's see.
The sad part is he's not as far off as you think he is.
Has he picked Pittsburgh yet?
Yes.
You know what's interesting? And it's gonna seem weird, and I know there's a lot of hype. I'll put Tampa Bay right there.
Oh, okay.
I can see that.
I think they need a year. I'm not saying Tom Brady doesn't have it in him. I'm just saying I think they need a year.
All right, Zoe, number 6.
That's where I've got Tampa Bay right there. I do believe that Brady can come in and even if it wasn't his system, I think he can implement some of it. And they're actually giving Brady a lot of leeway on what goes on with that offense. So I think Tampa Bay having 2 of the top receivers in the league, and then adding Gronkowski, and then they've got another tight end that's pretty dope. I think Tampa belongs right there where they're at, and we're gonna see if it was Belichick or if it was Brady this year. And I mean, besides that, they say Bruce Arians is definitely known to get the most out of his quarterbacks. I mean,
Saw that.
33 and 30. So.
Let it fly. Oh, you threw 30
Got the
picks.
most touchdowns and
All right.
interceptions.
Throw some more tugs for your boy. D Hart,
Hey,
number 6.
that's where I got the Dallas Cowboys.
Number 6.
Why? Why do you have them ranked so high?
Simple and plain. As much as I hate to admit it, there's a piece of me that's rooting for Dak. Because there was a lot of times when his defense let him down, and I've been there. We've been there. Zeke is a fucking monster, say what you will, and he and Cooper have a lot of they've got chemistry. And 8 games, as much shit as we talk, is 8 fucking games.
So do you think Dallas' defense got better or worse this year?
Another 2. I definitely think they got much better.
You think they got better?
And the main reason they got better is because of Mike McCarthy. And there's something to be said about coaches in their first-year team. The message is fresh in the locker room. The scheme is fresh. They're willing to try something new because, especially in Dallas, it's kind of been the same old drudgery. I honestly think it's going to spark something, man. And if anything, it'll spark another 2 games. And I like Dallas for it, man. And that's where I got them. I think this is
As a fan, I can tell you my defense is guaranteed to be better. My defense, even though it looked like we had top 5 numbers, wet the bed in some terrible moments. Robert Quinn came in and was my best defender.
But and he's
Smith
gone.
took steps back. Huh?
He's gone, ain't he?
Exactly. That's my point. He came in, got the contract he wanted, and dipped. We drafted some DNs. We signed a couple DNs, and I'm supposed to get a couple of them back. So
But
for me,
most of these guys most of the guys you're talking about that you got don't even have tape in the NFL yet.
okay, if you like to, I can just bring up Vander Esch.
What do you mean most? What do you mean
If you
most?
like to, I can bring up Vander Esch, who missed 3/4 of the season.
I think okay, so I think
Dak have tape.
I think your front 7 on defense is probably, I believe it's solid, especially at linebacker. It's solid. But on the back half, you got people that didn't start that's gonna start.
Who?
So who's your 2 cornerbacks now?
My top 3 cornerbacks. Jordan Lewis started at nickel all last year. Anthony Brown was a starter before he got hurt. Cheeto was my other starter opposite of Byron Jones.
Dude, so who's moving outside to take care of Jones?
No,
Who's
Jordan
moving
Lewis
outside?
is stepping in, and Anthony Brown's coming back from injury.
Dude,
I literally have my 3 starters, and these are all drafted players. The only place we have issues is at safety, where Jeff Eaton is gone.
Byron Jones was
and
rated one of the best cornerbacks in the league. Like
that doesn't get interceptions. What's the difference? He doesn't take the ball away.
He doesn't take the ball away, but does he allow receptions?
When was the last time you watched tape on it?
Is he allowing receptions?
Yes.
Let me help this argument. Let me help this argument.
So this guy doesn't take the ball away.
Hey,
is letting people catch the ball and goes and gets a crazy contract.
Hold on.
Let me help this argument.
Hold on.
Jeezy.
This is crazy.
Hey, Jeezy.
He's one of the best man cornerbacks in the league.
That still gets torched.
Jeezy. Okay. What did you pick up in the draft?
I picked up a corner in round 2. That happened to be brother.
Weapons, right?
I picked up some daggers.
Right.
I love them.
You want to know why you picked up daggers? Because if you make it to the Super Bowl, you're going to have to score points because you're probably going to be facing Patrick Mahomes. Chris, would you argue with me that if you run into the Kansas City Chiefs at any point in time in the playoffs, fuck how many people you got coming back on defense, you're going to have to score points against Patrick Mahomes.
But you're gonna have to score points on Patrick, but you're gonna have to play some type of defense.
Some type. But ultimately, you're gonna have to score.
What's crazy is KC they can play some type of defense.
Where was San Francisco ranked defensively last year?
Top 5.
And what happened?
It's a track meet.
No, they got sparked in one quarter.
They're a zone based defense.
Right.
And what kills zones? Speed.
There you go. And what did Dallas pick up?
CD, he ain't scored 2. What are you talking about?
Okay, bro.
What do you mean? Okay, bro. The stuff is out there. He was not the fastest.
If it's on me, I get to make my next pick.
Judy and Ruggs was faster than him.
I'll pass it around to you because I have Buffalo at 6. Go ahead, D-Hart. Number 5.
I got Buffalo. Yeah, because after Dallas, I got Buffalo.
Okay. You got Buffalo at 5. Matlock's right. Matlock, who you got at 5?
Buffalo.
What about 4?
Tampa.
D-Hart. We're going to skip you this round. So.
At 4, I've got San Fran.
San Fran is 4.
Only because I'm not a believer in Garoppolo.
Okay.
That's crazy, dude.
Now I'm gonna throw this to
you like. all the stuff that you like defense, they got. You like a ground game, they have a monster ground. All the stuff that you like, you just disregarded and then said quarterback. Hey, it's 2020. Fucking COVID, all this shit. It's fucking it got everybody fucked up.
Hey, well, let me explain myself as the draft goes on, Lock.
Okay, let's go. Let's roll.
All right. We're at pick number 3, and I'm gonna let D Hart kick this one off since we were forced to gloss over him last round.
I don't know where pick 3 is for y'all. All I know is I got KC and Baltimore at 1 and 2.
That means that you have Green Bay at 3.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, that's something fucked up.
That means that you have Green Bay at 3.
Can you just do us a solid and change, like, switch San Fran and Green Bay?
San Fran is not in my top 5.
So how is Green Bay?
That is not off. San Fran is not in my top 5.
So,
that is
Green
not
Bay
off.
is, bruh. Green Bay is in your top 5.
Green Bay is not in my top 5.
Yes, they are.
That's the only team.
Green Bay. Okay, so where's my Philly pick? That's
You
why I'm
have-
glad I was at least keeping track of something. Where's my Green Bay pick?
You're
Or
at
my
Philly at
pick?
14.
Philly was picked where?
You have Philly at 14.
So
You
then I
never
got Green
picked
Bay
Green
at 15. I had Green Bay at 15 then. I know that much.
You have to.
Okay.
Well, you put the Jets at 15. That's what happened.
Okay, well then something fucked up.
Yeah, it was right there.
I had them in that. I had them in that range.
Okay, so who's the top 5 teams in the league?
Okay, wait. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna edit this part out right now. All right, so we can get back on track as to where we're actually supposed to be. All right. So D Hart, give me your picks from 25 down.
What?
This won't be in the video. This is edited out.
14, dude. I gotta get up at 4:30.
But this won't last long. Trust me.
Dude, he don't remember that shit.
It's written down. He's reading it.
He ain't reading what he said.
I mean, just because he fucked up with the Jets and the Broncos.
I picked up at 23, so I don't even know.
He ain't
what
reading. He
25
pulled some of that shit out of his ass.
Max. But 23, who you got at 20? Actually, let's see. 24, you got Chicago. 23, you have?
23, I had who?
He ain't got it, dude. Hey, dude, there's no sense of going through this.
Because I had the top 7, and like I say, it comes down to.
Let's go
I
to.
don't know if it counts at, and I don't know.
No, who you have at 3? You had San Fran at 3.
I had San Fran at 7.
I got San Fran at 3 as well. Mel, who you got at 3?
At 3, I got Baltimore.
I got New Orleans at 3.
Okay. That means that we have a consensus 1 and 2 for you all, with mines being Kansas City and San Francisco. So is Kansas City everybody's 1?
Kansas City my
2?
1.
Kansas City,
Baltimore is my
2.
2, especially after the draft.
Right. Baltimore
I
2.
got Kansas City. Kansas City 1, Baltimore 2.
And same for you, D Hart.
My order, if this is all 32 and y'all can count them from 1 up, I had KC, Baltimore, Buffalo, Dallas, Tampa Bay, San Francisco.
You got Buffalo
Seattle,
at 3?
Denver, New Orleans, Tennessee, Pittsburgh, Green Bay, the Jets, Indy, Cleveland, New England, Minnesota, the Rams, Houston, Atlanta, Las Vegas, AZ, Chicago, and the Chargers.
So yeah, Buffalo at 3.
Yes, I did.
Dude, Buffalo ain't the 3rd best team in the league.
Can we save that,
I guess
that
I
video
can say
clip
that.
right there?
Like I said,
I'm gonna make
put
a rap
Buffalo
song
there
out of
on the
that.
strength of this, that
I'm gonna make a rap
the first
song
thing
out of
that
that
Buffalo
clip.
did that helped me, that solidified it for me, was they brought back like the core of the guys that were nasty.
Everybody,
Both defensively and offensively.
everybody came back, damn near.
And with Miami rebuilding, the Jets being suspect, and New England being up in the air, I mean, how do you not?
I don't think I don't know. I don't think we earn the right to say we're better than the top teams that got a fucking bye. Like I don't think we ain't there yet.
Well, that's who I had in my. That's who my. That I guess that's my. If that's 32, then that's my list, and that's how I had them.
That's 32.
I'm
Now,
going to sleep.
I'm going to give everybody the list of how all of our picks fell out. So our order is Kansas City, Baltimore, San Francisco, Tampa, Buffalo, New Orleans, Dallas, Tennessee, Seattle, Green Bay, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Denver, Indy, Minnesota, Cleveland, Las Vegas, New England, Houston, Jets, Atlanta, Arizona, Chargers, Rams, Chicago, and then our bottom feeders. The disturbing part is I actually have no argument with that order.
I don't either.
It's actually not that bad how it pans out, even though
Thank
there
God
was
for averages.
insanity that
I'm making
popped off
sure
in
I
there.
save that motherfucking shit.
Thank God for averages, boy. Some of these Chris's shit was graded on a curve.
Okay. I'm glad I saved this shit. So that way when it happens, I'm be like, oh, that shit.
Oh man, this was a very interesting exercise here, if I must say so myself.